Hello, my back to bottom. My name is Beast, and today we're back with more Clover days. Little warning, it is midnight, and I'm just only going to record for an hour. I did have work today, so that's my excuse. Also, no Ko is recording today because Scott is feeling sick. So yeah, let's just play a little bit, see where we go, and then end it. End it all. End the world, you know. I don't know where I fucking went with that. But alas, I sure did. Anyways,
そうですね。ツバメさんたちは演劇部の練習で毎朝忙しそうですし。ごめんね。別にツバメさんが謝ることではありません。それぞれやりたいことが違うのですから、生活サイクルがバラバラになるのは仕方のないことです。
yeah. Tsubame and Torakichi have been in a drama club ever since our elementary school days. Meanwhile, Anzu helped out at home and volunteered at church, while Henri immersed herself in schoolwork and studying. We used to play together every day as kids, but as we got older, that became a lot harder.
これから先、こうして一緒に登校できるチャンスもそうないのかもしれませんね。ですね。この一瞬一瞬を大切にしていかないと。泉ちゃんとも一緒に登校したかったな。
Tsubame, remember, she's...
ごめん。
She's not dead. It's fine. I pat Tsubame's shoulder, prompting her to keep walking. We can't cling to the past forever. It's better to keep our heads held high and look into the future. So we have an exchange student, transfer student today. Say hello to Izumi. All the more for her sake, since she's not with us anymore. I almost forgot, here's the movie I borrowed from you. In an attempt to lighten the mood, I take the DVD from a bag and hand it to Tsubame. It was the movie I watched with my sisters last night. It's a horror movie called Nightmare on Eros Street.
ご感想は？爆笑でした。怖くなんてなかったですよ。わかりやすい感想ありがとう。アンリちゃんにはもう少しソフトな方がいいみたいだね。いいえ、もっとハードで構いませんよ。私はもう大人ですから。首から血がビシャーって出るのでも？はい。目玉がグリンって飛び出てくるのでも？頑張ります。わかった。じゃあ次またホラー系持ってくるね。
Anari ends up cornered by Tsubame in some weird reversal of hunter and prey. It's pretty rare to see her falter like this. She nods in mock eagerness as her face pales. Surprisingly enough, Tsubame isn't too fazed by horror stuff. Though, I get feeling that in her case, she's more interested in studying the actors and their methods, so it's not... There's not a sense of realism to the story.
Yeah.
What?
Dino.
Alright, brought mine too. Check out our surroundings to make sure no one's looking. After checking our surroundings to make sure no one's looking, Torokichi and I exchange a pair of brown packages, then quickly slip them into our book bags. Can I go ahead and check the goods now? Cool. Get goosebumps every time he calls me his bosom buddy, but I don't mind it really. I think of him as my bro too. Was fantastic. She managed to do the deed and keep him on the whole way. You really struck gold by finding that one.
あれ？お兄ちゃんたちも DVD の貸し借りしてたの？次私にも貸してよ。
いや、ツバメには早いというか、意味がないというか、なあ言う。
Yeah, what he said. We're just trading free game demos we found online. Nothing that you'd be interested in.
せや、エンゲージリンクスオンライン、略して ELO やで。
ゲームなんだ。アニメだったら見せてもらおうと思ったんだけど。
That was way too close. I gotta remember that Tsubame watches anime and stuff too. So she's studying acting, and anime is technically still that. She has an interest in it. As a matter of fact, I remember her being really into this magical girl show when we were kids.
見てみ。あれ、1年生やないか？
Huh? Takichi's prowling eyes follow a girl as she walks down the sidewalk. They're wearing a sparkling new uniform. The ribbon color is the same as Anzunanri's, marking her as a fellow first-year student.
今年の1年もレベル高そうやん。放課後声かけに行くか？
Pass, I'm not interested on hitting on random girls.
なんや、ユウは年下好きやと思ったのに。あ、まさか、ホモか？
No, I'm straight. Completely misinterpreted what I said.
わかっとる。ユウはそういうやっちゃな。そう、ワインも年下よりかは、お色気ムンムンのお姉さんの方が好みやしな。ナンパはナンパや。
It's really chilly out today.
いいえ、今日はめっちゃええ陽気です。
どうしたのユウくん。
That's nothing. I shake my head and follow behind Tsubame and the others. I'm still grappling with these feelings in my own heart, and so are they, surely. I don't have the time to be fooling around trying to pick up other girls when I haven't even figured out whether I like the ones around me or not. After climbing up the hill, the school building starts to come into view. And since it's a new school year, they assigned a greeter to help all the new students. They're standing at the gate.
まずはクラス分けの掲示を見に行かないとね。
Yeah?
ちょっと待ったー。この声はあそこです。
Anzu points to the cherry blossom tree beside the school gate. Standing beneath it is a girl we're all very familiar with. But it can't be. There's no way. She's supposed to be.
ようやく来たわね、ユウト。
Is that you, Yuribashi Izumi? Why are you here? I thought you died.
え？泉ちゃん、生きてたんだね。よかった。ちょ待って。どうして私が死んだことになってるのよ。
Oh, right, I need to take a screenshot in case there's no other fucking CGs in this. It's very annoying that I can't get rid of this thing. Tab. Oh. Well, I'm stupid.
待ちや二人とも。今日見てみ。あれ、足が透けて見えるで。
嘘！なんだ、あるじゃない。驚かせないでよ、もう。化けて出るなんて。泉さんは自分が死んだことに気づいてないんでしょうか。
Yeah, that's gotta be it. Wells would be seeing her right now. Izumi, we know love it is already gone.
やめて、十字を切らないで。生きてます。泉ちゃん健在ですから。
The teasing gets to be too much for her, and she rushes towards us with tears in her eyes.
私、ここ生きてる。
言葉が途切れで電報みたいになってるで。
泉ちゃん、落ち着いて。まずは大きく息を吸って。
Keep breathing in.
これ以上吸えないわよ。
Well, Dad, I didn't think you'd actually do it. Don't blame me, blame yourself.
海より深く反省しなさいよ。くそ、この私をはめたわね。ユウタのくせに生意気な。
泉は今日もアホやな。
あんたに言われたくないわよ、このプリン頭。
プリンやない。この髪は虎柄や。わざわざ染めてんねんぞ。
So, what's this all about, Izumi? Were you waiting for us here or something?
はあ？何勘違いしてるのよ。
Ah, boy,
別に
tsundere.
あんたを待ってたわけじゃないわ。私が待ってたのはツバメよ。おはよう、ツバメ。うん、おはよう。
Okay, but when you first saw us, you said, and I quote, you finally show your face, Yuto.
そんなこといつ言ったのかしら。何時何分何秒地球が何回青かった日。
The earth is always blue, Izumi.
そう信じて人類は進化を続けた。
その結果環境は破壊され海は汚された。つまり何回青かったという問いかけの答えは1回。青い海は二度と戻らないのです。何言ってるの？戻しましょうよ、青かった地球を私たちの手で。
She really is an idiot.
素晴らしいお考えです。私も手伝いますよ、泉さん。ええ、一緒に頑張りましょう。ガシ。
At the conclusion of our little nonsensical tangent, Izumi and Anzu firmly shake hands. It's really so easy to get her distracted.
それで結局どうしてユウトさんを待っていたんですか？だから別に待ってなかったんだけど、そんなに聞きたいならいいわ。教えてあげる。
I don't really care to know, to be honest.
お願い、聞いてくれないと泣いちゃうわよ。
Alright. So why were we waiting here?
実はね、私がここで待っていたのはユウトに勝利宣言するためだったの
Now
よ。
I'm noticing that the voice really does need to be a bit higher. Is it like a repeat voice function? Only in here.
実はね、私がここで待っていたのはユウトに勝利宣言するためだったのよ。
Master Boy can't be turned up any further. I guess I'll just have to turn down the fucking volume here and turn up the volume here. Oh yeah.
勝利宣言？今日はどんな勝負をしてたの？どちらが先に教室に着くかって勝負よ。
I heard nothing of the supposed competition.
言ってないんだから当然よ。この戦いは私が始めて、私が一方的に勝利する。いわゆるワンサイドゲームってやつね。いいえ、それはただの一人相撲と言うんです。
せやけどまだ教室に着いとらんやろ。なして泉が勝ったことになっとるんや。
先にクラス分けの掲示を見てきたからよ。けどユウトはまだ自分のクラスがわからない。つまりスタートの時点で私の勝利は約束されてるってわけ。ねえ、どうユウト？悔しい？今どんな気持ち？
Not really.
どうして？
I'm not in the mood to do some dumb race with you. Plus, dealing with you is just exhausting.
そんな。兄さん、掲示見てきましたよ。兄さんとツバメさんと泉さん、また同じクラスみたいです。
また自分ら一緒か。ええなあ。
今年も1年よろしくね。
Yep.
ではクラス分けも見ましたし、行きましょうか。無視するなよ。
Yeah, I see who the butt of the joke here is. Like somehow one of the heroines is even more of the butt of a joke than the best friend character. That one is supposed to be the butt of the joke for everything.
冗談だよ、泉ちゃん。泣かないで。よ。私の味方はツバメだけね。
We all pretend to turn a blind eye to Izumi, so she started weeping in Tsubame's arms. See, it is why she's such a pain in the ass to deal with. Well, that's not all bad. Overall, I'd say we have more fun with her than without. When we're with her, we all end up breaking into a smile and caring for her.
泉さんも相変わらずですね。ある意味安心しました。ですが、今日はいつもよりテンションマシマシな感じですね。
わかる。わかるで。春休み中ずっとバイトやったからな。みんなと絡めんで寂しかったんやろ。
別に寂しくなんてなかったわよ。バイト楽しかったし、演劇とか興味ないし。
You used to be in the drama club.
泉ちゃん、やっぱりあの劇見たかったんだね。
During spring break, we all went to the local theater in front of the train station to see a play. Izumi was really excited to go, but unfortunately she got scheduled to work that the day of. Sorry about that again. All the tickets we got were for that day alone.
なんだ、別に気にしてないし、泣いてないし。
Oh, so you don't care. But the way the play was just as amazing as the review said, the final scene seriously got me goosebumps.
びっくだよねだよね。女優さんの泣きの演技に私ももらい泣きしそうになっちゃったよ。ふぬぬぬ。やだ、すごく面白そう。ちなみにお土産とかないのかしら。チラチラ。
Is this what you're looking for?
あるの？欲しい。わけないでしょ。誰があんたの施しなんて受けるもんですか。
Well, that's a shame. Tsubame and I even picked it out together.
そうそう、泉ちゃんが喜ぶと思って。そう、ツバメが選んでくれたのならツバメからってことでもらってあげなくもないわよ。というわけで今すぐよこしなさい。ください、お願いします。
Alright, here you go. She really is an open book, I swear. With her eyes smile, I take out the program we got for her. You collect programs from movies and plays, don't you? This one's a limited edition version that was being sold there, so be careful with it.
私が集めてるの覚えててくれたんだって当たり前よね。ツバメも選んでくれたんだもんね。そうだね。
Actually, I'm the one who picked it out for her, but she won't take it unless I pretend it was all Tsubame. Tsubame understands this too, so she was able to follow my lead. That's what 10 years of friendship does.
お土産もらっちゃった嬉しそうですね。そりゃ親友からのプレゼントだもの。喜ぶのは当然でしょ。わかりやすい人ですね。どういう意味よ。いえ別に。
Izumi turns bead red in response to Henri's comment. She has no self-awareness, I swear. Completely oblivious to the fact that we can all see through her act. Like Torokichi and Tsubame, Izumi is another childhood friend of mine. We've been hanging out ever since we were kids. Well, we often just butt heads. I mean, I know she doesn't hate me or anything, it's just... Nah, I better stop that train of thought right there. It's just be my hubris talking. There's no reason to answer that question right now, not with all the ambiguous feelings we both have regarding one another. It's the same with Tsubame, Anzu, and Henri too. But eventually I will find my answer.
チャイムが鳴ってしまいました。それではユウトさん、また後で。
Do you need help finding a classroom?
子供扱いしないでください。それくらいわかります。では、レッツゴーです。
Anzu and Henri join hands and walk towards the first year's entrance. Okay, we'd better get going too.
ユウト、仕切り直しよ。どっちが早く教室に着くか勝負しなさい。
Do I have to? Fine, but if I win, you have to call me Yuto-sama for the rest of the day.
いいわよ。なんならご主人様って呼んであげてもいいわ。その代わり私が勝ったら今度の日曜日一緒に映画を。
Okay.
やっぱなんでもない。
So I'm gonna get off scot-free when I lose? Even if I
い
lose?
いわよ。バカバカ。負けたら負けたでご褒美だし。
Pleasure of crying at feet, what?
うるさい。いいからさっさとスタートするわよ。はいドーン。
Hey, that's not fair! Get back here!
二人とも校舎に入ったら走っちゃダメだからね。
今年も騒がしくなりそうやな。
We break out into a run with smiles on our faces scattering like the cherry blossom petals falling around us. Same cast, same scene, same feelings. This atmosphere never changes. However, even things we take for granted, things that should be perfectly natural, take time to establish themselves. That being because back when we first met, what ought to have been perfectly natural wasn't quite perfectly natural yet. Clover days. My first encounter with him was all too abrupt.
俺のところに来い、坊主。
Initially, I was too scared at the prospect of saying goodbye to the nun that raised me. It was my special friend who encouraged me to go, telling me that all the bullying I endured would stop if I went to Japan. So rather than turning to the Lord for salvation, I reached out and took Mr. Yoshiomi's hand instead. Once I arrived, I was surprised to see that Japan was even more beautiful than he had described it to me. The sky was a beautiful blue, adorned by pink petals softly dancing in the wind. Everyone walking around had a smile on their face. I knew that I could be happier. I wouldn't have to cry anymore. It wasn't just a hunch. As the wind gently caressed my skin, I felt that conviction in my very bones. Although as it turned out, I wasn't welcome here either.
はじめまして、高倉杏里です。
Miss Yoshiomi introduced me to a pair of girls, twins who were 1 year younger than me. The first thing that struck me was when I saw them was the stark difference between their hair colors. Anzu had beautiful blonde hair, while Anri had black hair like me. My guess is that they were the same as me and had both Japanese and English blood in them.
母親がいなくなって寂しい思いをしてるから、二人の遊び相手になってくれ。
Okay, either you two. Once I lifted my hand to salute them, Anzu's face turned beet red. She scampered to hide behind Mr. Yoshiomi. Crap, this is my new home, so I can't get on their bad side. Don't worry, I don't bite. Tried to give her the best smile I could muster. Huh? Wait, Anzu! She ran away, her eyes filled to the brim with tears.
すまん。アンズは人見知りが激しくてな。俺も手を焼いている。
He stood there awkwardly, not doing much to remedy the situation besides putting up a rueful smile. If someone did what she did back at the orphanage, the nuns would have chased her after her and given her a stern talking to. He didn't do that, though. He didn't have to do that, I thought, but the least he could do was go and calm her down.
父さんは役立たずです。
Huh?
何ですか?
Spun around in the direction of the voice, only to come face to face with Anneli. Oh, for a brief moment I was at a loss for words, mainly because she bore an uncanny resemblance to my special friend back at the orphanage. So on pure reflex, Nodoka, I whispered her name.
いいえ、違います。私にはアンリという母さんからいただいた立派な名前があります。
Right, sorry about that. I'm Yuto. Starting today, I'll be Takakura Yuto.
そうですね。お話は終わりですか?
Yeah.
アンズを追いかけます。ユウトさん、今日からお兄ちゃんでしたか。お兄ちゃんはお部屋で遊んでてください。荷物はメイドさんが運んでくれますから。
Wait!
何です？私は忙しいのですが。
Nice to meet you.
挨拶は先ほど済ませました。では。
She turned around and went off towards where Anzu had gone. She was quite level-headed for someone her age, but also a bit prickly.
ああ。俺は子供たちとうまくやれるかな。
Mr. Yoshiomi, my new dad, stared off into the distance with a troubled frown on his face. That was the story of how I came to end up with two new sisters. I had experience with the younger kids at the orphanage who had personalities similar to theirs, so I wasn't too uncomfortable around them. Unfortunately, the same couldn't be said for them. They were visibly wary of me and always kept a good distance. Whenever Anzus would see me, she turned redder than an apple and hid behind Anneli's back.
アンズがあなたを怖いと言ってました。近づかないでください。
Anneli, the more level-headed of the pair, would always stick up for her sister. That said, I wasn't the only person who Anzu was afraid of. She shied away from both the maid that helped around the house and our dad, too. Why was she so afraid of everyone? Why did she push everyone away? I just didn't get it. Still, I didn't let that keep me from trying. Just as the nun had instructed me back in the orphanage, I put on my best smile and slowly tried to approach Anzu. This was to do or die for me. Left behind everything I had to come here. I could no longer rely on the nun or my special friend Nodoka. This was my new home, so if I were to get kicked out, I would have nothing. I was always on the best behavior as a result. On my best behavior, because I wanted them to accept me. A little while after arriving here, I began attending a local school. Kids here went here for all levels of education. It's It was called Minato Joint Academy, and entered an elementary. Even there I was ostracized. Well, it was fine at first, until I made an awful mistake. Nice to meet you. For some reason I had the brilliant idea of greeting my Japanese peers in English. Everyone was taken aback by it, and they promptly avoided me.
なんや自分、日本語喋れんのかいな。
Oh,
何ボソボソしとるんや。気色悪。ほっとこほっとこ。
ハーフの坊ちゃんですって生意気なやつ。
The boy and girl who came to talk to me seemed to be the class leaders. That's the impression I got anyway. Since they weren't accepting me, the rest of the class likewise ignored me. They all glared at me coldly, and I didn't know how to answer them. They didn't even know what I'd done to make them so upset. My dad and my sisters could speak English, but apparently no one in my class could. My dad had taught me some basic Japanese. I could read simple words and sentences, but I had trouble piecing together what they meant.
こいつ、全く喋らへんし、ほんまようわからんわ。
This boy in particular's Japanese was really hard for me to understand. He was constantly using words I'd never heard before, so I couldn't really do much but sit there in awkward silence whenever he spoke to me. I knew I had to make friends. This was my new home, so if I failed here, I'd have no one. I just wanted anyone to accept me. It didn't matter who. Eventually my prayers were answered, and then the girl came up to speak to me. Okay, precious. Huh? I initially failed to grasp what she was trying to say. Her pronunciation was quite bad, so I decided, so it sounded like nothing but gibberish to me. But she kept going.
あれわからんかった？おかしいな。ナイスミートユーちゃうな。ナイトミートユー。
That was when it clicked to me. Nice to meet you.
あ、せやせや、それや。やっぱ本場の子はちゃうな。発音が綺麗や。
Once I corrected her, she beamed at me and raised both her hands. Then she said,
Nice to meet you やで。ゆうくん。
You can?
せや、ゆうとって名前やろ。せやから、今日からゆうくんや。Nice to meet you なんてね。
Oh, my name.
そうそう、今のわかる？よかった、練習してきて。うちの名前、リンドウツバメって言うんや。わかる？ツバメ。
Tsubame.
せや。なな、ゆうくん、うちとお友達になってよ。
Friends?
そう、フレンドや。ゆうとみ、フレンド。
She smiled and grasped my hand. Those hands were just so warm. I wanted to communicate my desire to become friends with her. She tried really hard to speak in a way that I'd understand, so I wanted to respond in kind. Once I got home, I looked in a dictionary and quickly found the words I'd wanted to tell her. But words weren't enough. If I didn't express my feelings through actions too, they would be empty. So to that end, I studied Japanese for hours and hours. Eventually Anri came in, bringing a Japanese book with her.
まったく、お兄ちゃんは何をしているんですか？
The three of us shared a bedroom back then. Probably one of Dad's brilliant ideas to make us get along. But that made things difficult for Anzu for lots of
お
reasons.
兄ちゃんがずっとお部屋に閉じこもってるから、あんずが近寄れないじゃないですか。
Oh, I'm sorry.
そうです。お兄ちゃんが悪いんです。わかったら部屋を明け渡してください。
For some reason, she then plopped down beside me. What are you doing?
お兄ちゃんがお部屋にこもってるのは日本語の勉強をしてるからでしょ。
Yeah.
なら日本語が喋れるようになれば部屋から出て行ってくれるんですよね。
Can I get that good?
なるんです。ですから私がお手伝いします。これもあんずのためですから。
Really?
父さんじゃないんですから嘘はつきません。その代わり厳しくいきますよ。ちゃんとついてきてください。
Okay. After that, my Japanese improved by leaps and bounds thanks to Anri's help. She'd teach me all sorts of words that she would help me make friends at school, so I wrote them all down diligently in a notebook.
挨拶は基本として あとはそうですね。では母さんが好きだと言っていた日本語を教えましょう。それを使えばきっと、いいえ、絶対誰とでも仲良くなれます。
After receiving her help, I went to school the next day feeling confident. Good hello, everyone! That was the first thing I proclaimed as I walked through the classroom door. Before, I'd always just shyly whispered and mumbled in class. I'd never spoken so loudly. But Henri had told me, if I kept my head held high and greeted everyone with energy, then that would surely do the trick.
なんや転校生、おはろうって。
I was the mean kid again. But I knew I couldn't back down. I had to stand up to him. It was my morning greeting, yes.
おお、なんやなんや、ワイとやろうってのか。
お兄ちゃん何やってんねん。ゆうくんいじめたらあかんやろ。
なんやツバメ、男と男の喧嘩に口挟むなや。
喧嘩ってなんや。お母ちゃんにチクるで。カニな、うちのお兄ちゃんがスカタンで。
He's what?
あ、ごめんな。うちら私たちの言葉難しいよね。ゆうくん相手にはこっちの言葉で喋らないと。
はん、なしてこないなやつのためにワイらが合わせなあかんねん。ワイはワイを変えへんぞ。
ていつまで意地悪しとるん。お兄ちゃんかてゆうくんと仲良くしたい言うてたやん。せやからちょっかいかけて。うわあ、
言うなや。
ほら、まだ自己紹介もしてへんやろ。ちゃんと挨拶し。じゃなくてしないとダメだよ。
しゃあないな。ええか、よく聞け。ワイの名前はトラ吉や。
英語で。
英語で？タイガー。せや、マイネームイズタイガーラッキーや。強そうやろ。
Oh, tiger? That's cool.
おわ、なんやなんや、自分結構話せるやないか。ええで、ユウ、ワイの射程にしたる。
Lucky was that.
部下、あ、いや、仲間。まあ、簡単に言うと、友達っちゅうこっちゃ。
Friend.
これでお兄ちゃんともお友達だよ。
Swam, the girl who reached out to me, was smiling warmly. For a brief second, I saw the face of the nun flicker before me. She was the only one who'd brought light and warmth to my bleak life, and I'd found someone here who would treat me with that same kindness.
ユウのやつ泣いてんぞ。ツバメ、何した？
私何もしてへんよ。大丈夫？ゆうくん、ポンポン痛いの？保健室行く？
I'm fine. That moment, I was finally able to convey what Andri had taught me. I was finally able to use those words. Thank you.
ゆうくん。どういたしまして。
Andri was right, I could make friends. Ever since then, Torokichi's mom and I were always together.
ユウ、今日は虫食いんで勝負や。
Alright, fucking bet, you goddamn scrub! I'll fucking send you to the motherfucking Shadow Realm, bitch! Oh, it's not even like... There we go now. I'll send you to the fucking Shadow Realm, you bitch! I don't actually have a deck in there. Imagine if this thing was like turned around. You could like fucking mean poke someone. And yes, you can do that. I actually used this thing for proper duels like maybe 3 times and then never again. Because turns out, I actually... The decks I used the most back when I would have used this all had extra decks, which this doesn't have anything to hold extra decks, so...
ワイのカードは強いで。ワイの強さに自分で泣くで。
My mummy, Japanese is really hard to understand, Torakichi.
そんなことより、はよ勝負や。カードだし。
Fine, but I'm not gonna lose. I got the blue eyes white dragonfly the other day, so get ready.
やるやないか。わいもうかうかしてられへんな。
仲いいね。二人はライバルなの？
Not really.
そこはうなずいておこうや、ブラザ
No, thank you, you would.
ー。なんやそれ。
Slowly but surely I got better at Japanese. The three of us became closer and closer, and we even started going over to each other's houses to play. Oh, I almost forgot to mention something. There was one other person who joined our friend group.
ムキー、つばめちゃん、ゆうととばっか遊んでずるい。あ、いずみちゃん。
Her name was Izumi, and she was a long-time friend of Tsubame's. Anytime we were playing together, she'd just show up out of nowhere.
ゆうと、あんた邪魔。つばめちゃんと遊ぶのは私なんだから。
She'd always hiss at me and point her finger at me accusingly.
また自分か。一緒に遊びたかったら素直に言えばええやろ。
うっさい鼻たれ。味噌汁で顔洗ってきなさい。
なんやそれ。今のは振りか。やってこいってことなんか。
だからうっさいの。あんたなんてどうでもいいの。話があるのはゆうたよ。
Me?
そうよ、このボンボン丸。いい？つばめちゃんもトラ吉も私のものなの。あんたみたいな生意気星人には渡さないわ。消えて。
You want me to climb a mountain?
そうよ、宇宙からもいなくなりなさい。
How'd I do that?
それはマジカルフェザームーンの必殺技でよ。
I'm not Judoka, so that move's not gonna work on me.
だったら今日からあんたはジャックだよ。私が決めた。今決めた。
Oh, I'm not Jakuda.
さあ、おとなしく浄化されなさい。泉ちゃん、喧嘩はダメだよ。何よ、つばめちゃん。こいつの味方するの？ゆうたのこと好きなの？うん、好きだよ。私、将来ゆうくんのお嫁さんになるの。
Wow, assertive.
マジでか。
お父さんが言ってたんだ。好きな人同士はいつか結婚して幸せになるんだって。私ゆうくん好きだからいつか結婚するんだ。でもほら、ゆうとはつばめちゃんのこと嫌いかも。ゆうくん、私のこと嫌い？
I like you a whole lot too.
本当？嬉しい。じゃあ大きくなったらお嫁さんにしてね。
Okay.
知ってるで、こういうの。ソースは薄口って言うんやろ。
They could mean mutual affection.
ナイスツッコミや。さすがゆう、よう勉強してんな。
いつみちゃん？つばめちゃんが取られた。
なんやこいつ、いきなり泣きよった。
つばめちゃんのお話はおかしいよ。お母さんもお父さんが好きって言ってるけど一緒にいないよ。だから好きな人同士でも結婚しないもん。つばめちゃんのお話嘘だもん。
Oh, that's why she's so rowdy, huh? It's a tough household.
するの。しないったらしないの。意地悪言う泉ちゃんなんて嫌いや。絶好や絶好。そんな。絶好やだ。つばめちゃん嫌いになっちゃやだ。ごめんな。そんな泣かんといて。絶好は嘘やから。本当？私のこと好き？ほんまや、ほんま。泉ちゃんのことめっちゃ好きやで。結婚してくれる？うん、する。子供ぎょうさん作らな。
I don't think that's how that works.
つばめちゃんと結婚だ。じゃああっちで新婚さんごっこしよう。しゃあないな。
Izumi's smile is restored as Tsubame pets and coddles her. They head off towards the sandbox together. Those girls really are like a pair of lovebirds.
せやな。ずっと一緒に遊んどる幼なじみっちゅうやっちゃ。
Oh. playing together for years. I wonder if I'll ever get to that point.
よっしゃ二人に負けんとワイらも新婚ごっこするか
No, thank you. I'm not weird like you.
せやからそれどないな意味や
From that point onward, I was basically marked as Izumi's mortal enemy.
こら、ユウト私のつばめちゃんから離れろ。まあまあ、泉ちゃんも一緒に遊ぼうよ。嫌よ。誰がこんなつくつく虫なんかと。
つくつく虫虫クイーンのカードにそんなんあったか
私が作ったのよ。いつも誰かと一緒にいるから、こいつはつくつく虫よ。
なら泉もつくつく虫やないつもツバメにくっついとるし
私はいいのよ。つばめちゃんと結婚の約束してるし。ねえねえ。
ほんほーラブラブやな
That sounds nice. I hope I can be lovebirds with Izumi too someday.
はあ、どうしてあんたなんかとラブラブしないといけないのよ。
Friends, aren't we?
友達？ふん、私はあんたを友達だなんて認めた覚えはないわよ。認めてほしかったら虫クイーンで私に勝つことね。そうしたら考えてあげる。
You know what? I don't know when this came out. Actually, hold on. When did this game originally came out? Clover Days. The NDB. When did it originally came out? 2014. Yu-Gi-Oh! 2014. Actually, I can do this easier. Yu-Gi-Oh! Let's check GX. When did GX come out? Two thousand and four. 5Ds. 2008. So at the very least, this already has 5Ds format. Then the next was Zexel. 2011. Though we do actually have to go back a few years, considering that they're kids currently. So most likely would be like GX, I guess. Let's say GX. Hold on. Yu-Gi-Oh! 2000. You know what? Let's say 2014. 2004. You know what? 2004. Top tier. Top deck. Not that fucking thing. Alright, second place went, first place went to Jar. Oh, fucking course it went to Jar. So yeah, I just imagine, like, I don't know, what's the fucking archetype back then that I feel like she could play? Who knows? No, let's say Magnet Warriors. I could go for... Actually, you know what? Nah, I actually am gonna do that. She's probably like a fairy deck. Like a rudimentary early day Yu-Gi-Oh! Fairy deck, while she's probably like Harpies or something. So she rocks up with like a regular Harpy deck where it's just like really like extremely fucking basic. And then Yuto comes in. Ah yes! Jar OTK! Like, what's a bad card to a fucking elementary schooler?
ああワイのカードいつの間に取ったんや返せや
It's Despite my best efforts, I could never get Izumi to acknowledge me as a friend. Still, she was always around and we played together often. She'd always whine and complain about having to play with the pesky bug, and we'd simply laugh and smile at her every time. I found a place for myself with this new group of friends, and even back at home, my new family members were beginning to warm up to me.
お兄ちゃん、お勉強の時間ですよ。
Through my daily tutoring sessions with Henri, she had slowly but surely started to open up her heart to me. Each time she'd call me Oni-chan, I felt my body heating up in embarrassment, though it wasn't a bad feeling.
今日は漢字ドリルに挑戦しましょう。私もお勉強するので、一緒に答え合わせしましょうね。
Thank you, Henri.
何がですか？
The magic words you taught me helped me make friends with the kids in my class, so I'm telling you thank you. Just like the nun at the orphanage had done to me when I was younger, I'd expressed that gratitude by softly rubbing her head.
お兄ちゃんの手が。
Oh, sorry, did you not want me to do that?
いえ、いいです。気持ちいいですから。
I was about to stop, but her expression loosens up and she smiles. You helped me so much, Henri.
いえいえ、兄を支えるのは妹として当然のことですから。
Mm-hmm. You're so smart and dependable, Henri.
もっと褒めてもいいんですよ、お兄ちゃん。
While I was caressing Henri's head, however, we were being watched.
い
Hi there, Anzu.
やい
Oh, there she goes. Oftentimes I'd catch Anzu shyly peek through the door to observe us.
や、あんずったら本当に人見知りなんですから。
Anzu, the rift between us was still vast, and I knew why she was so afraid of me. It was all my fault. After all, I'm the one who did that to her. Though I knew in my heart that if I kept trying, eventually I would be able to get her to open up to me. I did what to her? The days went on and a considerable time had passed, but that still hadn't happened. It had been about 3 months since I started my new life here.
あなたが言う？
Who the fuck are you? It was around that time that I met 2 girls and ended up saying goodbye to one. Clover days.
Hi, これで全ての委員が決まりましたね。
This one totally doesn't look like some fucking professor at a magic academy for nobles that probably like fucking takes bribes from noble parents. Our homeroom teacher, Sayonji, clasps his hands and flashes a soft smile at us. Is Momotaro gonna fucking show up next? Well, what, is Ura gonna come flying through the fucking windows to steal something? The entrance ceremony finished without a hitch earlier, and now that we've settled the matter of our class leaders, we're free to go for the day. At the beginning of the ceremony, Anri got up on stage and gave a speech. She was chosen to represent the first-year student body, so she spoke about their expectations and hopes for the upcoming year. She passed the entrance exams with flying colors, earning the highest score as a matter of fact. As a brother, I couldn't be more proud of her. Oh yeah, I should probably talk about something that happened at work today. You'd probably barely fucking see it anymore. Like, it's like only slightly reddened here, but it sure still hurts. Because, well, at work, oftentimes, I don't lift the fucking crates off the fucking thing one by one. If it's like an entire stack of the same thing that needs to go to the same place, I just use a fucking, like, a sack cart. And just, like, essentially put it up against the pallet. Just pull them off, lean them on, and then, like, pull away. And I was doing that with, like, a smaller type of crate, which is for, like, these, apple spritzer bottles. It's like really small, it's plastic. I could have just done it by hand, but I decided to be lazy. And while I did that, and suddenly the fucking sack cart slipped back a little, which made it so the thing that the crates was standing on could now fall to the bottom. This, of course, caused the entire thing that I was holding here to come fucking careening forwards, and the metal pole just like fucking smacked right in there. I hurt like a bitch for like a few minutes, and I had no fucking strength in my hand anymore. It did go away like maybe like fucking like 5 minutes later. For the most part, but it sure still hurts.
委員が決まったところで1学期の席決めをやっちゃいましょうか。
Isn't it usually just done based on last names?
はい。50音順に並べられただけの関係なんてつまらないじゃないですか。
Okay.
やはり席替えといえばくじ引き。1学期早々の運試しなわけです。ちなみに過去、席替えから生まれたロマンスなんていうのもありましたから、皆さん頑張ってくださいね。
All the girls squeal while the boys murmur amongst themselves. However, not a single voice objects to his idea.
はーい。では、委員長のみずほさんと副委員長のゆうくん。あとはお任せしますね。くじは先生が用意してきましたので。
はい、わかりました。
Now then, I'm pretty sure that I already saw when I checked. But I'm pretty sure she has no route. Even if just by looks, I would want her route, like, immediately. Oh, what the fuck? Oh no. While scrolling down, I saw the school nurse and I like it. But she has this not sexually involved and engages in a sexual section. Oh no. And yep, this one doesn't engage in anything either. So yeah, no route for the president. Actually, you know what? Shows sexual traits. Maybe it shows now. Nope, there's nothing. So yeah, the only routes are the 5 we got. The president, Sayonji's, stands up at Sayonji's urging and looking visibly flustered. They both have the same last name, which I can already tell is going to create a lot of confusion.
では、座席順にくじを引いてください。
With that, we start going around and doing the drawing. Since the president and I are in charge, we're the last to draw.
来い。これにしよっと。
You finally reach Izumi and Tsubame.
うげえ、教卓の目の前。席離れちゃったね。
Izumi draws a seat right smack dab in the middle of the front row. Meanwhile, Tsubame got a seat towards the rear.
皆さん引き終わりましたね。副委員長、お先にどうぞ。
Now, wait, you know what they say, ladies first.
じゃあ、お言葉に甘えて。
She pulls out her slip and figures out her seat. Now the only one left is the second seat from the window in the back row. I guess I'm right next to you, huh?
キングストリートのねえ、ユータクジに細工したでしょ。
What? I did not! The teacher made these, not me!
私の席の隣だね。よろしく。去年も何度か隣になったよね。運命かも。なんてね。
Tsubame simply stands there, smiling blithely. Meanwhile, Izumi looks back at us with the cheeks puffed out indignantly from a front row seat.
やはり今年もドラマがありましたね。無事に席替えも済んだところでホームルームを終わります。みずほさん、号令を。
起立。ねえ、
ありがとうございました。
では皆さん、気をつけて帰ってくださいね。
Once you leave the room quickly fills with chatter. Well, school that just let out at noon, so I can understand why there's excitement in the air. While everyone else talks and converses, there's one girl who quietly fixes her outfit, our class president. Then I'll walk over to her seat and say a little something to her. Hey there, good job on your first day.
ありがとう。
Takakura Yuto. You could call me vice president if you want to.
それは失礼だから、高倉くんって呼ぶね。
Sure thing, yeah. Do you mind if I call you Mizuho? Using your last name might create some confusion.
いいよ。
She smiles though, she can't quite mask the exhaustion. You're not feeling well.
やっぱり顔色悪く見える？でも大丈夫。私いつもこんな調子なんだ。今までずっと入院してたくらいだから。
Oh, I'm sorry. But I guess that explains why I didn't see you around here last year.
そうだろうね。たまにしか登校しないし。去年。でも、初等部からずっとこの学園に通ってるんだよ。
Oh, really? So you're part of the escalator group then? Thought she was a transfer student when I first saw her, but I guess that's not the case. At our school, both the affiliate and main branch, pretty much everyone from this escalator group knows each other. That's why new students tend to stand out a lot. Call them outsiders, and unfortunately that tends to lead to them being ostracized a bit. And if you're at class, I guess that means you're all better now?
定期検診は受けないとダメだけど、今は落ち着いてるよ。それでも、はためからは体調悪そうに見えるだろうけどね。
Sorry, won't mention it to you again. But if you do get sick, don't feel like you need to stay here. I'll cover all your duties for you.
それは正直助かるかな。ありがとう、高倉くん。
A smile out of her. Genuine smiles are always much better than forced ones. Everyone in the class vouched for her to become the class president earlier. Although she looks kind of sickly, she's polite and kind. But she seems like she's pretty popular too. She's accepted here, just like I was when I first attended here in elementary. That's a relief.
ちょっとユウト、そこで何してるのよ。
What's wrong with me talking to her?
とぼけるんじゃないわよ。新学期早々ナンパしてんじゃないわよ。そういうことだったの？ユウくん、恋愛は自由だと思うけど、教室ではちょっと。
What? Stop trying to frame me. That's not what I'm doing. Me and Mizu are both class leaders, so I figured it might be worth getting to know her better. What's wrong with that?
ちょっと聞いた？ツバメさん。もう下の名前で呼んでるざますよ。ちょっとショック。ユウくんがこんなに手の速い人だったなんて。
For crying out loud, will you listen to me for 1 second?
ごめんごめん。いつものお返しにちょっとからかっただけだから。普段から誤解されるようなことばかりしてるから悪いのよ。
Wow, excuse you, I'm a pure-hearted boy who just wants to be nice to people.
いつも妹やツバメとイチャイチャしてる男がよくそんなこと言えるわね。このくっつく虫。
You wanna go?
なによー。まあまあ、二人とも落ち着いて。ごめん、まだちゃんと自己紹介してなかったよね。私はリンダオツバメ。これからよろしくね、みずほちゃん。よろしくお願いします。
Mizu, seeing Tsubame's bright smile, breaks out into a faint smile of her own. There it is, the same infectious smile that saved me when I first met her. She'll smile to everyone, friends and strangers alike.
どうしたの、ゆうくん。私の顔に何かついてる？
Oh no, I was just admiring how cute you are.
またそうやっておだてても何も出ないからね。
Well, I guess it's fine by me if she thinks I'm just teasing her. I'm honestly charmed by her smile, though.
また二人でイチャついてる。ユウトのくせに生意気な。
Hold up, wasn't our deal that you'd call me master for the rest of the day?
ごめんなさい、ご主人様。
My apologies. Do I need to have Shion teach you some manners?
はいはい、申し訳ありませんよーだ。バカバカ。
Just jerk.
バカ
We're feeding into it to make it sound cuter.
バカ。
Ugh. Wow, that actually sounded pretty nice.
なんでそこで赤くなるのよ、バカ。
Sorry! Things quickly turn awkward. We blush and I scratch my cheek nervously. That last jerk was by far the best, plain yet priceless. That surprise was so adorable that it left her completely embarrassed.
何今のご主人様って。あ、もしかして二人はご主人様とペットな関係なの？
Why would you even get that idea? It'd be really problematic for Mizuho to think that Izumi and I are in a relationship, much less in some weird BDSM one, so I tell her about the competition we had this morning. And I think you can see who won. I arrived to class before Izumi did, so now she has to call me masked for the rest of the day.
あとちょっとだったのに。次こそは勝つ。
Sure, whatever you say. Challenge me again anytime you want.
二人はいつもこんなことしてるの？
Yeah, ever since we were little, I pretty much always win though.
調子に乗らないでくれる？テストの成績じゃ私がいつも勝ってるんだから。
Touche, our current educational system needs a complete revamp. You're in dire straits right now.
ゆうくん、泉ちゃんが頑張ってるのは本当なんだから悪く言っちゃダメだよ。ツバメ、あんたは本当にええ子やね。結婚しよう。はいはい、泉ちゃんが男の子だったらね。
Tsubame strokes Izumi's hair while smiling at her, looking more like a daycare worker than her friend. For us, this is a everyday occurrence. They've been like this ever since we were kids. But Mizuho isn't familiar with all of this, so she's bound to not get what they're doing.
二人はユリユリで気ましなの？
Your mind goes to some weird places. Judging by the glint in her eyes, I think it's safe to say she misread the situation again. But no, that's not what you're thinking. They've just been friends for a really long time, so they tend to be pretty affectionate with each other.
そっか、幼馴染か。いいな。私もそういう友達が欲しかったな。
Alright, we're adopting you. Oh. She lowers her gaze and whispers to herself. Instantly, I get a sense of deja vu. It's like I'm seeing the kid version of myself in her. When I first met Izumi, I was jealous of the fact that she and Tsubame had been friends for so long.
じゃあ、今日からなればいいよ。え？これから先もずっと友達でいれば、大人になった時に幼馴染だって言えるでしょ？だから、今日から幼馴染を始めようよ。幼馴染を始める。その発想はなかった。ごめんね、面食らったでしょ？ツバメはこういう子なの。でも、私もツバメの意見に賛成よ。これからよろしくね、みずほ。うん、よろしく、ゆいばしさん。
The two girls exchange a light handshake. As soon as they finish, Izumi approaches her and starts whispering something into her ear.
でも、ゆうたとはお近づきにならない方がいいわよ。え？さっきも言ったけど、あいつは危険なの。狼さんなの。妹萌えの太ももフェチの上にスキュベだから。近づいたら食われるわよ。
I can hear you from over here. How about you stop feeding her lies about me?
じゃあ、アンズとアンリのこと嫌いなの？
No, I love him to death.
目の前にニーストッキングを履いた女の子がいたら？
I would bow down and worship her.
狼はこいつよ！矢を放て！
Ah, don't hurt me! People with sister complexes have human rights too. And it's not my fault thy eyes are so sexy.
ちなみに、私も妹なんだけど。
Can't say other people's little sisters do it for me. Join our family register and try again.
戸籍を変えて？お兄ちゃんとゆうくんが結婚するとか？
Why the hell do you think I never want to do that?
そっか。高倉くん、そっちサイドの人だったんだ。
I don't! Please stop backing away from me.
ちなみに、どっちが受け？
What? You're actually into that? Gonna think about it, given her previous comments on Tsubame and Izumi. Maybe she's actually a bit of a pervert. Anyway, I'm not gay. I love women 100%. You won't find a man out there who loves the ladies more than me.
はい。これで、スケベだってことも証明されたわね。
Oh, come on! Your Honor, that was a leading question! Actually, wait a sec. I should just be upfront with Mizo about this, otherwise I'll only mislead her further. Indeed, I'm Takakura Yuto, and I'm perfect. I love my little sisters and thighs more than anything in the world. Nice to meet you.
うわないわ。ゆうくん、さすがにドン引きだよ。
The hell? You lead me on, mess with me, and then act like I'm the creep! Come on, yo! Keep the dang ruse going if you're gonna start it! いいぞ。
ごめんなさい。でもおかしくて、高倉くんたちみたいな人がクラスにいてよかった。久しぶりの学校で不安だったから。みずほちゃん。
Tsubame, Izumi, and I look at each other and share a smile. It's a good sign. Since she has some friends now, I think she'll be able to have a great school year.
そうだ、一つ聞いていい？みずほと西園寺先生ってどういう関係なの？娘ってほど年も離れてないように見えるけど。
I mean, we don't know his actual age, do we? Saionji has been a teacher at the school for more than 10 years, but looks just as young as he did when he first started.
おじさま、西園寺先生はお父様の弟なの。私の体のこともあって担当するクラスに特別に入れてもらったんだ。
Well, that was nice of him. The rumor around the school has been that he's actually the son of a very well-to-do family. Mizo seems quite well-mannered, so maybe there's some truth to that. Actually, hold up. So I've heard the name Saionji before somewhere.
でも身内が担任って苦労も多くない？
Yeah, plus he's a bit of an oddball.
あら、変わり者だなんてひどいです。
Ah, Sensei, why did you get even
驚かせてごめんなさい。可愛らしいお尻が見えたもので、つい後ろを取ってしまいました。
Get the fuck away from me. Hold on, this one has more recoil. Get the fuck away from me. I will use both. This is a situation that calls for both. Oh God! We've got danger! 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 This man is staring intently at my ass. Quickly get away from him. Every male student who attends the school needs to be wary of him at all times, otherwise he'll split our asses like the Grand Canyon. He's known as an oddball mainly because of his tendency to get a little touchy-feely with men.
先生、わざわざ戻ってくるなんて何か忘れ物ですか？
ええ、ゆうくんに伝え忘れていたことがありまして、至急保健室に来るようにだそうですよ。
What for? Well, I know who's responsible for this at least. Guess I'm gonna be doing some chores. Just my lucky day.
みずほさん、お体は大丈夫ですか？念のため帰る前に検診を受けてください。
そうします。保健の先生にもご挨拶したいですし。なら、私が連れて行きます。これでも保健委員ですから。
そうですね。では、ゆいばしさんにお任せします。ゆうくんも手伝ってくださいますか？
Sure, I was planned to anyway.
私も行きます。演劇部の話もしたいですから。
では、皆さんにお任せします。みずほさん。
はい。
良いお友達ができたようですね。
はい。
She nods enthusiastically upon hearing his words. Her smile so bright and far more genuine than the one she had previously made. Hello? After reaching the first floor, we walked to the nurse's office and opened the door. The school nurse here is, just like Saionji, a little crazy.
あれ？いない？あそこよ。
Izumi points at a young woman wearing a lab coat. She's leaning out the open window, a carton of cigarettes in her hand.
若いっていいわね。どうしてあんなにお肌がツヤツヤしてるのかしら。おじさんだって若い頃は短いスカートを揺らして可愛いおにゃの子とリア充してたんだけどな。それが今じゃ保健室の片隅で道行く女子を眺めるだけの日々。カムバック、私の青春時代、フォーエバーヤング。
Sorry to interrupt your depressive episode, Asurin, but did you call from me?
おや来てたのゆうちゃん待ってたよってイズミンとツバメチンも一緒なのね
こんにちは先生。
君たち本当にいつも仲がいいわよね
I feel like I've heard her voice before. Oyama Yukari. Oyama Yukari. Let's see. Fucking. I almost got tricked because I saw Giniro and was like, Giniro Haruka? Nah, just Giniro. There's another game called Just Giniro. And there's another game just called Hatsukoi instead of Hatsukoi 1-1. Boulder Force, apparently. Someone in Boulder Force. I've never played that one, but I know people know it, apparently. Namely, a certain Shido Ayane, apparently. If anyone knows that one, I sure fucking don't. Now I'm actually kind of curious if since apparently Clover Hearts and Clover Day is from the same company, so I wonder if Clover Hearts and Clover Days are, related. All right, I forgot that there's like a fucking visual novel for fucking Sakuramiko from Hololive. Apparently, that's also being made by Alcott. All right, I've completely forgot that I still haven't actually played the Onigoko fan disc. Oh my fucking god. Still need to do that. Anyways, back to looking through this. Thus far, I haven't actually seen a game that I know. But aside from the one I'm playing right now, that is. I don't know why I suddenly started humming like fucking Seven Nations Army. Am I going mildly insane? Possibly. There's a lot for that she fucking voiced. She even like voiced someone in EXE from Ubisoft, which is like their first game, I'm pretty sure. So and I only reached it now, so there's a lot. She voices someone in Chaos Head, Seda Orgle. I don't know who the fuck that is, but someone currently watching probably knows what Chaos Head is. Oh, she voiced someone in Sakura Sakura, namely Kirishima. She's Kirishima in Sakura Sakura. That's interesting. Personally wouldn't have heard that. Ah, she's Kazuko! That's where I fucking heard her from. She's she's fucking Awanko. Yeah, like, I personally wouldn't have thought that that's Kirishima from Sakura Sakura. Funny enough, I actually do have her voice in my head because recently someone was watching my old Sakura Sakura videos and doing timestamps for that. So I heard her voice plenty, so I can say confidently I wouldn't have expected that. I also wouldn't have expected her to be the same voice actress as Wanko. Like Kirishima and Wanko having the same voice actress. But like I said, I do hear Wanko in this one. I guess it's just because Kirishima is like a much more down-to-earth, like calm kind of person. Oh, she apparently voices Hasan Osaki in Happy Mayor. And there's Clover Days. Finally reached the game. We haven't reached the bottom of the list though. Since, you know, Kazuko is in every fucking Majiko game, as would make sense. There's a lot of Majiko to be seen here. Fucking Grisaya Phantom Trigger, Thanatos system apparently. And Kazuki in regular Grisaya, of course. But yeah, anyways, my questions have been answered. I don't know if yours have been answered. I don't know if you were even asking questions there.
で、誰がゆうちゃんの彼女になったの？
いきなり何言い出すんですか？私たちがそんな関係になるわけないじゃない。
ならないの？
ならないわよですよ。
動揺してる。言葉遣いがおかしくなってるわよ。
うっさいです。誰が言うとなんかと。
ツバメチンはどうなの？
私ですか？
うん。ゆうちゃんと一発かました？
はい。
What the hell are you asking her? Do you have any decency?
だってほら、お年頃だし、付き合う前に勢い余ってエッチしたりするかなって。愛の形は一つじゃない。世の中にはエロから始まる恋もあるのよ。
You know what? I'm just gonna go ahead and take a book out of fucking Justin's page here. You wanna test that? There we go. With how often he just like completely simps for Toko, I gotta like at least take some of the heat there.
なるほど。エロから始まってもエロンか。
Hey, you! Don't take your BS at fact! Ass fact.
その反応だと本当に誰とも進展ないみたいね。りんちゃんつまんない。
I don't know what else you were expecting. We're purely friends, nothing more.
なーにゆうちゃん、まだそんなこと言ってるの？学園にいる男はゆうちゃんだけじゃないんだから。放っておくと誰かに食べられちゃうぞ。
Well, I can't argue with that logic.
はいはい。旬が過ぎた先生の小言なんてスルーしましょう。
こらこらイズミン、私だって脱げばまだまだ現役バリバリよ。若い子には負けないわ。まあ最近またお肌の調子が悪くなってエステ代もバカにならなくなってきたけど。やっぱり戻ってきて、私の青春時代。ハクトくん、おじさんは本当におじさんになっちゃったよ。
Ah, boy, here comes a chronic depression again.
ごめんね。すっかり忘れてたわ。アスリン先生、この子を見てもらえます？
その子は
2年の西園寺瑞穂です。
ああ、西園寺先生の姪っ子ちゃんね。話は聞いてるわ。定期検診が必要なんですって。
はい、お手数おかけしますがよろしくお願いします。
はいはい、よろしく。あたしはアスカリン、養護教諭をしてるわ。気軽にアスリン先生って呼んでね。キラ。
You could stop that now. You're not young anymore.
麻酔なしで包茎手術受けたいって？いいわよ。さあズボンを下ろしなさい。
I'm sorry, I'm good, so please don't operate on my pecker.
そっか、ゆうくんってそうなんだ。
Oh, for the love of God. Why does that interest her?
それじゃちゃっちゃと見ちゃいましょうか。とりあえずそこに座って水ポン。
はい。
He's so visibly flustered by this new nickname, goes and sits on the examination stool. Azadin sits down in front of her, and then...
はーい、ちょっとだけよ。
In a split second, Mizu's shirt is gone. What are you doing?
診察よ、診察。はーい、腕上げて。すぐに終わりまちゅからね。
そんなお胸もんだら。
お、水ポンって気痩せするタイプ？ これはなかなかの上物ね。
これ
もちのろんよ。こうして触診して胸の柔らかさじゃなくて心臓の音を聞いてるの。ほーら、もっと聞かせて。水ぽんの可愛い音。
何ですかこれ。
Oh lord.
腰に
盛り上がってきたわね。ほれほれ、ここがええんやろ。
そんなにもんじゃ。ごくりじゃないわよ。
Ah! My eyes! My eyes!
何やってるのよこのスケベ。みずほの声に興奮して、いやらしいやらしい。
What do you want me to do? It's kind of hard not to get turned on when a girl's moaning like that in front of you.
じゃあ私のでもなるっていうの？なるんだ。
No duh.
ありがとう。
You're welcome! Okay, I think we both got way too carried away and ended up saying some pretty embarrassing things.
確かにゆうくんエッチだもんね。やらしいものを見たり聞いたりしてよく前かがみになってるし。
ほほう、若いね、ゆうちゃん。
Hey, it is not all the time. Only sometimes, okay? It's a rare occurrence.
ちら。
Oh. Tsubame rolls her skirt up, giving me a peek of her plump thighs, coyly covered in black stockings. Who knew she had such a powerful ability stowed away? There's more to her than just her voluptuous titties.
はいここまで。
Tsubame,
何？
one more time, por favor.
そんなに見たいんだ。
Yes, I do. I'm dying to catch another glimpse of that attractive black delta zone.
何が魅惑の黒きデルタゾーンよ変態。
What?
とんだドエロ野郎ね。歩くわいせつ物ね。
I don't know why, but I don't even know what specific, like, fucking COD game it is. Or Battlefield or whatever. One where, like, running up the stairs and suddenly from the side someone comes in and punches you down the fucking stairs. That's what I imagine. It's like him, like, walking towards the fucking thighs and then he just comes in and fucking knocks him out on his ass. Ow, how dare you accuse me of being a pervert! I'm a courteous gentleman, thank you very much.
あんたなんか変態紳士で十分よ。ゆうくん、無節操に前かがみになってると女の子に嫌われちゃうよ。
You're the one who seduced me!
もうしないもん。ああ恥ずかしい。ゆうくんについ乗せられてしもたわ。
I always have to be wary of her because she'll do things like this with a complete straight face. I've been fooled by that harmless smile before, so I can't tell if she's being genuine or not. Well, either way, I got to see some nice eye candy.
でもおじさんいいもの見せてもらったな。どれ？水ぽもアピール言っとく？
いいえ、私はそのみずほに変なことしないでください。
ちえ、イズミンは真面目ね。
Sensei starts sulking after Izumi's scolding and gives Mizuho a proper examination. The whole process only takes about 3 minutes.
はい、もういいわよ。
どうでしょうか。
ちょっと脈が早いけど、小1時間も安静にしてれば大丈夫でしょ。
I wonder why!
病み上がりなんだから、あまり興奮することしちゃダメよ。
それは。
You do realize that you're the one responsible for that, right? Two of us glare reproachfully at her. Well, I just hope this little interaction has taught Mizuho that she needs to be cautious around Azurin.
それじゃあみずほを預けるのは心配ね。
大丈夫よ。これでも教職員なんだから学生には手を出さないわ。
You literally just stripped her and groped her a moment ago.
みずほちゃん、帰るまで一緒にいようか。大丈夫。おじさまもアスカ先生は信頼できるって言ってたから。
そういうこと。分かったらみんなは帰りなさい。みずぽんは西園寺先生に送らせるから。
Alright then, we'll take our leave now. See you tomorrow, Mizuho.
また明日。先生、たまには演劇部の練習にも顔を出してくださいね。
ああ、はいはい。気が向いたらね。
先生は 演劇部の顧問もしてるんですか？
ええ、顧問の先生が育児休暇で私が代わりに面倒見てるのよ。ってそうだ、面倒といえばゆうちゃんに面倒な子の面倒を見てもらう話をしてなかったわね。
I just know there's going to be a pain in the ass.
大丈夫、よくできた子たちだから。きっとおそらく面倒なことにはならないわよ。
It doesn't sound very convincing. Anyways, what do you need me to do?
実は知り合いの子がうちに越してくることになったんだけど、予定を間違えて1日早く着いちゃったのよ。だけどまだ部屋が片付いてないから1日だけゆうちゃんの家で預かってほしいなって。
Why my place?
あれだけ大きなお屋敷なんだから空いてる部屋の1つや2つあるでしょ。シオンさんにはもう話をつけてあるから何も心配なしんぐよ。
Well, if she don't approve it, I guess there's nothing for me to worry about. Okay then.
聞き分けのいい子ね。えらい。
So, can you tell me anything about these kids?
顔と名前ねえ。ま、会えばわかるわよ。
You can't meet him if he doesn't know what they look like! After saying goodbye to Tsubame and the others, I joined up with my sisters in front of the school gate. I mentioned a favor to them and they decided to come along, so I started making our way towards the park near the port.
アスリン先生のお知り合いの子ですか？急に預かれと言われてもこちらにも予定がありますのに。
Well, she apparently got Shion's permission already, so it shouldn't be a big deal. She apparently went to the twins' entrance ceremony and returned home after that. It was likely when she was contacted by Asurin. Would have been nice if she'd given us a heads up too, but oh well. That was fucking weird.
桜が綺麗ですね。
I really do. This park's fairly spacious, and it's decorated with a row of cherry trees that blossom gorgeously around this time of year. Their branches twist and bend from the sea breeze, and their pink petals follow suit by delicately fluttering around.
待ってよ。またまよ。
Mischievous-looking boy and timid girl run past us. When we were younger, we also frequently played at this park.
よーし、今日はあの木まで競争よ。
ほなスタートや。
待ってよ。
A scene from the past ripples in front of me. What a blast from the past! I don't know why that first came from me. Of all the faces, why do I look at her and see yours? If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. It really is a thing of the past now. At school, we are all caught up in our own things. Izumi's works, and Tsubame and Torakichi go to drama club. We don't have many opportunities to hang out together.
これから先もずっと友達でいれば大人になった時に幼馴染だって言えるでしょ。
Keep being friends into adulthood. Ever since we first met and became friends, we've practically been inseparable. And even after the passing of 10 years, our friendship haven't changed. I can proclaim without hesitation that they're my irreplaceable friends. But life is always changing. As time passes, we'll naturally start to drift apart. May not know what the future holds in store for us right now, but someday our bonds will surely fade like all things do.
それぞれやりたいことが違うのですから生活サイクルがバラバラになるのも仕方のないことです。
Right, that's just how life works. Can't stay kids forever. Everyone grows up and eventually goes down their own path in life. But there's just a tiny lingering doubt in my mind. There are some things in this world that don't change. Like, for example, there's a place where we were supposed to meet him.
ここも桜が綺麗ですね。
The fuck? Hold on. Go back. You know what? I probably should have noticed that this is from the same people as Onigoku, considering that this literally are the exact same sounds used in that one as well. Anyways, I'm gonna end it for today, actually. You guys enjoy this one. 10 years of XX. That's a lot of sex. Bad jokes. Hope you guys enjoyed this one. See you next time. Bye-bye.